The day they smiled at me and signed my downfall, I knew something was wrong. They laughed with me in the morning. By evening, my name had become poison. I work in an office in Lagos. Not a big one. Not a small one. Just enough people to pretend we were family. I was married then. My wife trusted my job. She believed the office was safe. I believed it too. We shared food. We shared jokes. We shared secrets. But we also shared envy. We just did not call it that. Not every smile is peace. It started small. My boss began to ask my opinion more. He trusted my work. He praised me in meetings. That was when I changed. One colleague stopped greeting me. Another started correcting me in public. They laughed it off, but it stayed. Point one. I did not notice the danger. I was busy working. Favor can turn friends into silent enemies. Gossip does not shout. It whispers. I notice meetings without me. Decisions already made. Looks exchanged when I spoke. Someone told me later. They say you think you are better than us. I laughed. I should not have. Gossip grows when silence feeds it. The team split slowly. There were us and him. I was the him. They shared notes without me. They changed plans last minute. Then blamed me for missing them. I went home tired. My wife asked what was wrong. I said, just work. That was my first mistake. Hiding pain does not heal it. A promotion came. I did not apply. They gave it to me anyway. That was when the storm broke. Smiles turned sharp. Jokes turned cruel. Help turned into traps. I felt it, but I still hoped. Envy does not need reason. Only opportunity. One man, Ode, was my closest friend there. We ate together. We prayed together. He started reporting my words. Changing my tone. Adding lies. I trusted him. He sold that trust cheaply. Betrayal hurts more when it comes from inside. Reports were written about me. Soft lies. Hard smiles. I was called into meetings. Asked to explain things I never did. I defended myself with truth. They attacked me with numbers and stories. Truth felt weak that day. Lies travel faster when power carries them. Every day felt like judgment. People watched how I spoke. How I sat. How I breathed. Any mistake was proof. Any silence was guilt. I started doubting myself. Constant accusation breaks the strongest mind. I began coming home late. Not because of work, but because I feared the questions. My wife noticed my silence. My anger. My fear. We argued. Not about love, but about stress. The office had entered my house. Unresolved work pain poisons the home. They stopped inviting me. Stopped informing me. Stopped seeing me. I ate alone. Worked alone. Suffered alone. The office was full. Yet I felt alone. Isolation is a silent punishment. They gave me a task with missing details. They changed deadlines without notice. Then reported failure. I stood before management. Alone. They looked down. A trap is strongest when you trust the ground. They spoke about me in meetings. Used my name as warning. I felt small. I felt stripped. My wife cried that night. I could not comfort her. Shame spreads wider than truth. One morning, I could not stand up from bed. My body was tired. My mind was broken. I realized something then. No job is worth losing your soul. Strength also means knowing when to stop. I gathered evidence. Emails. Messages. Dates. I spoke calmly. No anger. No begging. Just facts. Silence filled the room. Truth needs patience, not noise. Questions were asked. Stories broke. Contradictions showed. Ade could not explain himself. Eyes shifted. Lies collapsed under light. The office did not apologize. They only corrected quietly. Some were transferred. Some were warned. The damage stayed. Justice does not always heal wounds. I lost my position. But I kept my name. I lost friends. But I kept my marriage. My wife stood by me then. What remains after loss is what mattered. Power without wisdom destroys. Envy without control kills teams. Silence without courage feeds evil. I learned late. But I learned well. Peace is worth more than position. I walked out of the office at sunset. My box was light. My heart was heavy. People passed me. Some looked away. Some looked guilty. I did not look back. Moral lesson: living is also strength. The next morning, I woke up early out of habit. Then I remembered. I had nowhere to go. The house was quiet. Too quiet. No calls. No messages. That office that almost broke me had already forgotten my name. Places move on, wounds stay. Neighbors began to ask questions. Family members heard rumors. Why did you leave? Did you do something wrong? I explained again and again. Some listened. Some did not. I learned something painful. People love simple stories. Even when they are false. Truth is heavy, lies are easy to carry. Money became tight. Stress returned in another form. Yet my wife stayed calm. She planned. She encouraged. She believed when I struggled too. I saw clearly then who my real partner was. Hard times revealed true support. I sent out applications. Many went unanswered. Some interviews ended fast. Once they heard my last workplace, fear crept in. What if I never recover? What if they ruin me fully? I fought those thoughts daily. Fear grows when hope is tired. One afternoon, I saw Ade at a fuel station. He looked thinner. His smile was gone. He avoided my eyes. For a moment, I wanted to speak. Then I realized silence was enough. Not every chapter needs closure. Someone called me quietly. They are blaming you again, he said. They say you were the problem. I laughed this time. Not from joy, but from clarity. I was no longer there. Yet they still needed my name. Some people need enemies to feel clean. A former client reached out. I know your work, he said. It was never the noise. It was the result. The offer was small. The pay was less. But it was honest. I accepted. Progress often comes quietly. Some days, I felt strong. Other days, a small thing triggered fear. An email tone. A raised voice. I learned that healing comes in waves. Recovery is not a straight road. News reached me slowly. More people left. Trust broke. Productivity dropped. The same games continued. Just with new targets. I felt no joy. Only relief. Toxic places do not change easily. I forgave them quietly. Not for them. For me. I released the anger. But I did not return. Some doors must stay closed. For peace to stay open, forgiveness does not require access. Work spoke again. Results spoke louder. People began to trust me. Not because of stories, but because of consistency. Slowly, my name healed. Time plus integrity restores reputation. Power without character destroys. Offices can look safe and still be violent. Silence helps evil grow. If you are reading this and live in it, you are not weak. You are aware. And awareness is the beginning of freedom. Survival is also victory. Years passed. Not fast. Not easy. Life moved forward. But the memory stayed. I no longer woke up angry. I no longer woke up afraid. But I remembered. Scars do not shout. They whisper. Healing does not erase memory. I built something small. Not a big company. Not a loud success. Just honest work. I chose my team carefully. I watched how people spoke about others. I watched how they handled power. I learned that skills can be taught. Character cannot. Culture matters more than talent. I used to chase approval. Now, I chase peace. I speak less. I listen more. When conflict comes, I face it early. I no longer allow silence to become poison. Growth is quiet but firm. My wife and I changed. Not apart. Together. We learned to talk earlier. To listen deeper. To protect our home from outside storms. What almost broke us ended up binding us. Shared pain can strengthen love. One day, I was offered a leadership role. More money. More authority. I paused. I asked myself one question. Will this cost me my peace? Power is not evil. But it reveals who you are. I accepted. With boundaries. Power must answer to values. Young people came to me. They spoke about toxic offices. About gossip. About silent suffering. I did not preach. I listened. I shared my story. Some cried. Some understood. Stories save where lectures fail. I heard or they left the country. Starting over. No anger rose in me. Just understanding. Hurt people hurt people. Broken systems break everyone. I wished him well. From a distance. Mercy does not require closeness. I now see it clearly. Offices are modern villages. Power is the new crown. Gossip is the new drum. And silence is still the oldest weapon. Nothing really changed. Only the setting did. Human nature repeats itself. I tell them this. Work hard. But watch people. Speak truth. But choose timing. Leave early. When peace is dying. No job should teach you to hate yourself. Wisdom is inherited through words. This is what remains. Not titles. Not offices. Not applause. But a man who did not become bitter. A marriage that stood. A name that healed. A story that warns. If this story finds you, know this. You are not alone. And walking away can be the bravest win. Survival with dignity is legacy.